And we have our Just Jade retiring, our Magenta Madness retiring, our Misty Moonlight ink retiring, our Bumblebee, which is one of my favourites, and the Cinnamon Cider. Now these have been great colours. I've loved using these over the last couple of years, but they are retiring in May. And yes, so I am putting together using some other retiring products, the brush blooms, and in our mini catalogue the flowering flowers are also retiring, which are beautiful. And also one of my favourite embossing folders, the Ornate Floral 3D embossing folder, is retiring as well. So I've put together, I've already done a little bit of stamping and that just to save a little bit of time. So my base card is 21 centimetres by 14.5, and I've already run these through the embossing folder to put on here, and these are 14 by 10. And I sort of did a little bit up front just to save a little bit of time. I also coloured my ribbon, and I can share with you how to do that. So I've done all the in-colour ribbons, which is just beautiful. So we're going to be using them as well. So on this one, I have got, where's my, already done the other one somewhere here. Isn't it amazing? You put things down. Okay, it was sitting right here, but that's okay. We'll start off with another colour. So we'll start off with the, oh, here it is, right here. This is the Bumblebee, and this is one of my favourite colours. And I used the brush strokes out of this one, out of one of my retired sets, the Brush Bloom, which I used just this as a background. You can use anything that's like a background, which is really great. This one here, I stamped out using the Stamparatus, and I used the markers. I used the ink on the flower, and then I used the markers on the rest. So on this one I used the watermelon, which is, you know, just using old olive. Colours that had sort of gone out, I coloured the ribbon, and I've done my little bow here. I also used the tags that are going out as well. I'm going to miss these tags because I love them. These are the Tailored Made tags dies. These are really great as well. I used the Thank You also out of the Flowers stamp set, which is just beautiful. So to make a really quick card, these have been really quick because I just set my Stamparatus up, and which is one that I can set up, and I did all the colours first on here. So this is just on these ones here, it's a dark one, and then stamping down a second time and a third time, and then a first time. So generation stamping, so you're just doing 1, 2, 3, which is really great. And then this one I sort of did a couple of times, and this is just going to go on here. And I'm going to use a few little dimensions on the back of this to raise it up. I just love that you can put a card together so quick and easy. And these retiring in colours are just beautiful. I can't wait for the new ones to come out. I'm always excited about the new ones coming out. But yeah, it's always sad to say goodbye to our favourite ones. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Teresa Brown. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Melbourne, Victoria. So just work out where you want to pop this. I want a bit of colour up the top as well. So yeah, so you can just sort of put it in that way, or you can bring it down that it's over this way as well. So you've got your generation stamping over there. So I might come with this one this way, coming down. So you can sort of see it makes a beautiful little card. And that's our Bumblebee. So I've done one in each This is a really quick way because I've done one in each of the in colours. So this one now is the cinnamon cider. The same principle, just making my card and then scoring it. So this is 21 by 14.5, and then just coming down and scoring it at 10. I like to use the 10 centimetres, that is, guys. I like to use the bone folder to do that beautiful score because you never know. I've been colouring ink, colouring my ribbon with the ink, and you can always have some on your fingers. Same measurements for our embossed piece. And this time we're just going to pop this down on here. And then we've got this gorgeous cinnamon cider one here as well. You can mix and match if you wanted to. You could use the cinnamon cider brush strokes on the back. You could come in with a different colour flower. So you could come in with the Magenta Madness flower on this one if you wanted to. You know, so you could come in with different colours. So we're doing all the same colour because they're the in colours, and I like to sometimes just show off all the in colours. Now this is our white ribbon. It's our white thin ribbon, and I will show you in a minute how to colour that, which is really great. So I'm just going to tie a little bow on here, which is really nice. Around with our bow. It's funny when you're trying to do something more in a hurry that you always mess up. I'll take your time. Okay. Bring it around. I like to have it all nice and straight when I do it, and sometimes that just doesn't happen. Okay, it's a hard one to see, this one. It's a dark colour. So I'm just going to pull my little ribbon out, and this one I'm just going to have a tiny little bow. So I'm going to get my beautiful ribbon scissors because they're so sharp, and I'm just going to cut down on the angle. Now this one I'm going to have going across this way, which is really gorgeous. So we can just bring in our dimensions on the back. I just put 5, one in the middle and one on each corner sort of thing. Okay, that ribbon wasn't quite dry because I can see my fingerprints, and this is what I'm talking about. When the ribbon's not quite dry and things like that, you don't want to get it on your card. Okay, so press that down. So that's our beautiful cinnamon cider one. So now we're going to go with the Just Jade. This is gorgeous colour too. Another one that you have to be careful of your cards when you're putting them around. I'm going to have to cut another card for that because I've actually marked that one. I've actually put some ribbon or something on it. So now if you haven't got a paper trimmer, a scorer, you can just fold your card in half, pop your finger there, use your bone folder and bring that across on there. Okay, so once again we're going to use our beautiful embossed retiring products. Oh, boo-hoo. It's funny when your products are retiring, you sort of miss them. You sort of try to use them all year. It's really hard to sometimes use them all the time. You've always got new things coming out that you're using, and then when they're retiring you want to get out there and use them again. Okay, so this time I'm placing this one more in the centre. I love the Just Jade. I think it's gorgeous. So you can work out where you want to have it. So I might have it glued down this time. Now I've just got to be a little bit mindful that this might be a bit wet. And if it still is a little bit wet, just grab a tissue and just slide it through the tissue. You can sort of see that this one's still a bit wet. Yeah, just slide it through a tissue, and you can also use your heat tool to dry it off if you've got one. So this time we're going to pop this up here. I'm just going to grab a tissue to wipe my fingers on because I can see I'm going to get that on the card if I don't. Okay, so once again, you can tie bows, you can just tie knots if you want to. It's entirely up to you how you do your ribbon. But I love the fact with the white ribbon that you can make any colour you want. Oh my God, I just love that. Okay, I'm just going to very gently pull that. Okay, and I'm going to grab my beautiful big scissors because they're so sharp and cut them up on an angle. Now this time I'm just going to glue this one, and I'm going to glue it right to the edge here. So you can sort of see that we're sort of doing all a little bit different, even though we've stamped them out all exactly the same. You're going to get such a beautiful, different technique happening. Okay, so now you can sort of see we've got this one. Absolutely gorgeous. I'll show you all of them in a minute. Just got 2 more to do. Okay, wiping those fingers. As you get to the darker colours, you do have to be a bit mindful that you could get it on your fingers. Okay, so with this one, Magenta Madness, is that what it's called? No, this one, yeah, the Magenta Madness is a beautiful colour as well. And I'm just going to come in here, glue this one down. Oh, okay, that one's not, actually, that's the card that's got the ink on it. I forgot about that. That's got ink on it. We do not want to use that one. We will score this one. I don't want to use anything that's got an ink on it. I can use that for tags or something else a bit later, but I don't want to use it for my card. I just about put it down and realised it had the ink on it. So this one goes on here. Absolutely beautiful. Magenta Madness, beautiful colour. I haven't used it much lately. It's very bright for me. I'm more of an earthy person. What sort of person are you? Are you an earthy person? I'm a bit more of an earthy person. So this one can be brought down on this side if you want to, like we did with one of the others. Like I said, make sure that if you think it might be still a bit wet, just use your paper towel or a tissue and just run it through. It will take most of the ink off. I usually do these the night before. I like to do them the night before, okay, because if you do them the night before, they dry really well, but I did them today, so they're still a little bit on the wet side. Now these are going to be, these are being made up also for my blog hop on Instagram and also my blog hop for my blog. So I've got one with Kylie Bertucci on coming up that will go onto my blog, and I've got one coming up with Let's Get Hopping, and that's on our Instagram. So I will be using these beautiful cards on there as well. I like to think that when I make something I can use it for a few things. I just like the way this is going to droop, and I'm going to keep this one a little bit longer. Cut the ends off, but I do like the droopy bit on that. Okay, so this one's going to droop over like this. This one could even come up from the bottom if you wanted to, but I'm going to bring it down from the top, and I'm just going to glue it on this time as well. We've got one more to do, and that's the blue one, which is one of my favourite colours. I'm so glad we've got some new blues coming in. I'm looking forward to using them, so you can sort of see that's really gorgeous. And we've got to cut a card now. So I'm going to get my paper trimmer, and I'll just show you how easy it is. This is the, I've got ink on my fingers again. This is my A4 sheet of paper. Okay, so it's 21 centimetres by 29.5. So I'm going to put it on here at 14.5. So that's 21 going down, 14.5, and then move that one out of the way. And we turn it around to 10.5, and we score it at 10.5 because 21 and half of 21 is 10.5. So we're just going to score that. Once again though, I am going to use my bone folder, even though I've got the score line in there, only because I have really inky fingers. Going to stick on our beautiful one that we embossed, and this was with the ornate floral embossing folder. Absolutely beautiful. It's going to be sad to see it go, and you still got a little bit of time to order while stock lasts. Our new catalogue starts on the 2nd of May in this year, so that's great. Okay, so this is our blue one, and this is the Misty Moonlight, and I love this Misty Moonlight. I've used it a lot, and yeah, I'm going to miss this blue. It's a when you stamp off, you get the generation of colours. So you can sort of see with this Misty Moonlight one, you could get a really dark one when you're doing sky, or you can get really light depending whether you, so that's straight down with the ink straight on, 2nd generation and 3rd generation. So it's really lovely to get, you get 3 different colours out of that one ink, which is amazing. Okay, now this might be a little bit on the wet side as well, so we're just going to pop it in the tissue, give it a bit of a rub through. Yeah, it is a little bit. Like I said, I normally do these the night before, but I decided, I got up this morning and thought I have to do my blog hops, and I'm going to do it on YouTube as well to share you how I actually, not made all of it, but most of it, and putting them together. And I've also been taking photos, and the nice thing about that is that we can also put it on Instagram too, on a reel. So it's very clever that you can use a lot of your products for different things, because everyone has a favourite channel or an area where they watch. Now we're just going to cut that on an angle, cut this one on an angle. You could have two-tone too if you wanted to. It would be really lovely. Just really like to hold it, give it a bit of a pull, but I'll play around with it when it's really dry because I don't want to get it all over the card at the moment. Okay, where did that tissue go? Just get another one. Okay, you can sort of see it is on my fingers, and that's why I say you've got to be really mindful when you're doing a little bit of stamping, because we're going to put this one this way as well. Yeah, you just got to be really careful. This time we'll just glue it down this way. Now this liquid glue is fantastic. I love our liquid glue. It's got 2 ends to it. I'm going to put that one more to that end this time, because so the ribbon comes in. Okay. It's got two ends to it, which is really great. So it's got our fine point end, which I use a lot for cards, and my wide end, which I use a lot for scrapbooking. Really, really lovely. So I'm just going to turn this around. I'm just going to put my name there. And you can sort of see all these beautiful cards that we've just put together are all the saying goodbye to these beautiful in colours. It's very sad watching all these go, but I've got this one upside down. So my name's Teresa Brown. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Australia, and my shop is Teresa Brown Stamping. .stampinup.net, so you can always purchase anything that you see on here, especially with the retired stuff. It's only while stock lasts. Okay, so some things might have already gone. But colouring your ribbon, using just one colour is just amazing. Thank you for joining me today. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.